Welcome to all. Myself R. Vivek, Assistant Professor in Mechatronics Engineering, K.S.Rangasamy College of Technology at Tiruchendur. I am going to talk about the subject is 50MC504, a machine design. This is the last unit of a machine design. It is called fasteners and welding joint. So already I posted a 4 video for machine design. This is the last video and fifth unit of mission design. The syllabus of fifth unit is first fastener, design of bolt joint, and third one is design of weld joint and theory of bonded joints. So first we look at a welded joint. First is permanent joint, which is obtained by the fusion of the edges. What is welding means? It is a permanent joint usually obtained by fusion of the edges of two parts to be joined together with or without the application of pressure and filler material. It is called as a welded joint. The classifications of welded joint is first one is fusion welding and second one is forged welding. Fusion welding is happened by uses of heat alone and forged welding is happen uses heat and pressure. These are the classifications of welded joint. The first one is fusion welding. We all know fusion welding is happened by heat alone. So the first is thermic welding, second one is gas welding, and third one is electric arc welding, and fourth one is unshielded arc welding, and fifth one is shielded arc welding. So major three types is for fusion welding is thermic welding, and second one is gas welding, and is for electric arc welding. Thermic welding uses the thermite, a mixture of iron oxide and aluminum ignited a molten iron uses a joint. So this is called as a thermic welding. And gas welding, a flame of an actually acetylene or hydrogen gas heats up and fusion takes place. The flux is used to remove the slag. It is called as a gas welding. And third one is a electric arc welding. A filler material is supplied by metal welding by electrode. This is called as a fusion. These are all the three welding are happen by the fusion welding. Classification based on the forge welding. So the first one is a lap joint, and second butt joint, and corner joint, and edge joint, and T joint. So later every lap joint and butt joint and the corner joint we have a diagram. So I go with the help of diagram I'm going to explain. So this is the lap joint. So lap joint of welding, forge welding. So single transfer joint. This diagram is a double transfer lap joint, and this one is a parallel fillet joint lap joint. This is a butt joint. For the square butt joint, this diagram shows the single V butt joint, and third one is a single U butt joint, and fourth one double V butt joint. This one a double U butt joint. So in the diagram, when you look at the diagram itself, we can able to identify the type of a joint. This diagram is a single butt joint, so square butt joint, and second one is a single V butt joint. The shape shows the. So look at the shape, V shape. So that's why it's called as a single V, a single U butt joint, and double V butt joint. This welded joint, eccentrically loaded welded joints. In the case one, there is a joint will be subjected to the below stresses. First one is direct shear stress, and second one is a bending shear stress. These are the two formula to find out the double fillet weld. So by using tau formula, we can calculate the double fillet weld. In second section modulus of the weld method through the throat, we can use this formula to find the section modulus of the weld metal. And next case one, the maximum normal stress is calculated by using this formula, and maximum shear stress is calculated by using this formula. Next, threaded fastener. So screw threaded is formed by cutting a continuous helical groove on a cylindrical surface. Helical grooves may be cut either right hand or left hand, composed of two elements, that is bolt and nut. Machine parts are required to be readily connected or disconnected without damage to the machine or the fastening. A single threaded, a double threaded, and triple threaded invertible. So the best example for threaded fastener is bolt and nut. So by observing the bolt and nut, we can able to know the what is screw thread. Advantages of screw joint is: first advantage is screw joint are highly reliable in operation, and second one is a screwed joint are conventional assemble and disassemble. A wide range of screwed joint may be adapted to various operating conditions. And fourth one is screws are relatively cheap to produce due to the standardization and highly efficient manufacturing process. So these are the four main advantages for screwed joints. And the disadvantages of screwed joints are stresses concentration in the threaded portions, which are vulnerable under variable load conditions. These are the advantages and disadvantages of threaded joints. And this is the terminology observed in threaded fastness. This is the axis, normal dia, an angle of thread, and slope and flange, 0.5 mm pitch, and a major dia and pitch. This is the diagram shows the minor dia, and this one is the depth of the thread. And common types of screw fastener. This is first one is through bolt. This one is a tab bolt, and second is a stud. These are all the simple examples of screw fasteners. This is a common type for a screw fastener. We all know this is a helical head. This is a twister head, and this is a round head. This is a flat head, and this diagram is a helical socket, and this diagram is a twisted socket. And threaded fastener, the stresses in screwed fastening due to the static loading. So static loading is occurred in stresses in fastener is internal stress due to the internal stress, and due to the stresses in external force, and the stresses happen due to the combination of stress on 1 and 2. And second one is the initial stress due to the screwing up of forces. These are the terminologies used to find out the tensile stress due to the stretching of the bolt. And initial stress due to the screwing up of force, tensile stress is calculated by using this formula, and torsional stress is calculated by using this formula. Initial stress due to screw up forces, the average thread shear force is calculated by using this formula, and average thread shear stress for the nut is calculated by using this formula. A screw going to use this formula to calculate the average thread stress, and for bolt the shear stress is calculated by using this formula. The compression or cruising stressor on the thread is calculated by using this formula. Initial stress due to the screw gear is calculated by bending stress is calculated by this formula. And thanks for watching. So in this video, I touch up the what is welded and welded stresses while doing the welding, what are the stresses that happen. And second one is the fastener. So while screwing up the material, what are the internal stress and side stress will going to happen. So these are the topic that I have covered. So thank you everyone. So keep learning and growing with K.S.Rangasamy College of Technology. Once again, I thank you all.